Let's take a look at this code sample. Here, passing over document to the function $, a function we can use since we are using the jQuery library, returns a reference for the object that describes, represents the entire document. We can invoke the function, or let's say the method ready on that object. When doing so, passing over a function, and this is exactly what we do, passing over an anonymous function, we actually get this anonymous function invoked right after the loading of the document completes. So the code within this anonymous function is executed immediately after the document loading completes. Over here, passing over .tapold to the function $, actually returns a reference for an object that represents all of those DOM objects that belongs to the tapold CSS class. So given that we have two div elements with the class attribute assigned with tapold, it means that here we actually invoke the function bind on an object that represents all of those div elements that belong to the tapold CSS class. Over here we pass over as the first argument a string, tapold. Tapold is a touch event we can handle, we can hook up with when using the jQueryMobile. The second argument is an anonymous function that will be invoked each time I tap the screen, tap and hold the screen with my finger, or if we are using a web browser running on a PC, then just click with the mouse and wait a second or two. That will generate the tapold event, and then in response, this function, this anonymous function, will be invoked, and it will be invoked on the object from the DOM that represents that specific div we tap. So calling $, passing over this, means that we actually get in return the reference to the object that represents the div that was tapped, that the user took his finger and tapped on the screen above it. Calling the HTML method on an object that represents a div element, we can pass over the text we actually want to be the content of the div element. In this case, to replace this string or this one. So let's take a look at the code itself. I will take the mouse and click a long click. As you can see, the text was changed. The event that took place is tapold event. We can do the same with the other div.